were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
Aldrin has a lot of insight about the moon, which he shared later in life. There is something out there that was close enough to be observed, and what could it be? In this video, be prepared to have everything you were told about the moon challenged, as Buzz Aldrin reveals the moon is not what you think. Buzz Aldrin, a name that resonates with the spirit of adventure, bravery, and pioneering human achievement. When you think of Apollo 11, it's impossible not to imagine that historic mission and Aldrin's role in it. This was a man who walked on the moon, danced with the stars, and became an embodiment of humanity's quest to venture beyond our earthly boundaries. Aldrin brought to Apollo 11 an impeccable blend of academic brilliance and military precision. With a PhD from MIT, his knowledge of rendezvous techniques was pivotal to the mission's success. When NASA needed expertise, Aldrin was their man. But let's not just dwell on his intellectual prowess. Buzz was also an ace fighter pilot, having flown combat missions during the Korean War. Talk about an action hero. On board Apollo 11, Aldrin was the lunar module pilot. While this title might seem limited in scope, its significance cannot be overstated. It was Aldrin's responsibility to manage the complex systems of the lunar module, aptly named Eagle, ensuring it could land on the moon's surface and then ascend back to rendezvous with the command module. Every switch, every light, every piece of data was under Aldrin's vigilant eye. His role was the linchpin between mission success and potential catastrophe. Then came the moment we all hold our breaths for, even decades later. The descent to the moon. As the Eagle separated from the command module, guided by Aldrin's hands and sharp mind, it made its historic journey to the lunar surface. The challenges were plenty: a navigation computer sounding alarms, boulders on the landing site, and fuel running precariously low. But Aldrin, along with Armstrong, managed these challenges with a calmness that defied belief, making split-second decisions that would ultimately ensure their safe landing on the moon's Sea of Tranquility.
540 feet down at 30, and at 15. Okay, 400 feet down at 9.
Engaging in activities that showcased the blending of rigorous technical endeavor with profound human experience. Aldrin's interactions with the moon were not limited to just walking and working. He playfully showcased what it was like to move in the moon's reduced gravity. Hopping, skipping, demonstrating the moon's unique environment with childlike enthusiasm. He took famous photos, including one of his boot print on the moon showing the effects of pressure in the lunar soil. He also took a selfie, one of the first in space, and appeared in an iconic photo with Armstrong saluting the American flag, with Armstrong's reflection visible in Aldrin's helmet visor.
And I came to the conclusion that I really didn't, because I could anticipate a little bit at that time all the
famous men in all history, and noting that they had made a giant leap for mankind. He re-entered the lunar module after Armstrong and prepared for the ascent. He activated a switch that sent an electric current to ignite the ascent engine, lifting them off from the moon. He then docked with Michael Collins, who was orbiting the moon in the command module Columbia. Aldrin's contributions to Apollo 11 were monumental, not just in terms of technical know-how, but also in spirit. Buzz Aldrin experienced space sickness during the Apollo 11 mission to the moon, the first time a human being suffered from this condition in space. Fortunately, Buzz Aldrin recovered from his space sickness before entering the lunar module Eagle and ascending to the moon with Armstrong. He was able to perform his duties as the lunar module pilot and the second person to walk on the moon without any problems. However, some of the things he revealed about his time on the moon were nothing less than shocking. One of the most intriguing suggestions he's made involves the potential existence of hidden structures, or even a base on the far side of the moon. Whether it's the remnants of an ancient civilization or the work of extraterrestrial beings, this idea is rich with excitement and the allure of the unknown. Now let's dive right into the essence of Aldrin's suggestion. During interviews and public appearances, he has made references to peculiar anomalies observed.
The comets, visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith there, a very unusual structure on this little potato-shaped...
These could be indicators of something more, a hidden base or an artifact from a long-lost civilization, perhaps even something of alien origin. The far side of the moon, often referred to as the dark side, remains largely unexplored. This is the side that always faces away from Earth due to the moon's synchronous rotation. It's a place shrouded in mystery, where the unexplained could easily hide, and our limited knowledge leaves room for incredible possibilities. Aldrin's suggestion taps into this mystique, sparking our imagination and fueling a desire to explore and understand. Could there really be
assignment at
Those who
MIT,
don't know, Goddard invented modern rocketry.
where he wrote his thesis on spinning airplanes.
poring over lunar images looking for signs of artificial construction? Some claim to have found evidence of towers, bridges, and even complex installations. While many of these findings can be attributed to pareidolia, seeing patterns where none actually exist, the fact that a seasoned astronaut like Aldrin entertained the idea adds a level of gravitas that's hard to ignore. Interestingly, desire is not just to satiate our curiosity, but to unlock potential knowledge that could be vital for humanity's understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. However, when it comes to tales of mystery and wonder from outer space, few incidents capture the imagination, quite like Aldrin's account of seeing a peculiar object during the historic Apollo 11 mission to the moon. It was July 1969, and all eyes were on the Apollo 11 mission. Armstrong, Collins, and Aldrin were the trio representing humanity's efforts to land on the moon for the very first time. As they hurtled through the vastness of space in their command module, Aldrin saw something that would spark debates, inspire countless theories, and fuel the fires of our cosmic curiosity for decades to come.
All four systems, and there you go on modulation, all four, and keying with a go.
Tangible and very much real. The object wasn't a part of their spacecraft, nor was it any recognizable space debris. It moved in such a way that it seemed to be under some sort of control, rather than simply tumbling aimlessly. To add to the plot, the astronauts on board Apollo 11 were hesitant to immediately inform Mission Control about the strange sighting. They first opted to inquire indirectly about the location of the stage of the Saturn V rocket they had detached from earlier. This was to ascertain if what Aldrin was observing could be this discarded component. The response confirmed that the stage in question was 6,000 miles away, so whatever Aldrin was watching was definitely not that. Speculation about the object was rife. Was it an optical illusion? A reflection of some internal piece of the spacecraft, or, as many enthusiasts dared to ask, was it evidence of some other intelligent entity taking a keen interest in humanity's first journey to the moon? To make the event even more intriguing, this wasn't a narrative that Aldrin shied away from after returning to Earth. Instead, he spoke openly about it in interviews. He was transparent about what he saw, what he felt, and his own interpretations of the event. He was careful not to jump to conclusions, but was equally clear that he saw something genuinely unidentifiable. This account from the Apollo 11 mission serves as a potent reminder that space remains a vast, largely unexplored frontier.
I thought we had a 90% chance of getting back safely to Earth on that flight, but only a 50-50 chance of making a successful landing on the first attempt. There's so many unknowns in that descending from...
Of countless mysteries lurking in the vast expanses, waiting for us to discover them. We are not alone in this vast universe. When you pause and consider the staggering vastness of the universe, it becomes almost absurd to think that Earth is the only haven for life. Think about it. There are billions of galaxies, each teeming with billions of stars, and around those stars orbit untold numbers of planets. Aldrin firmly emphasizes this point. The idea of Earth being a unique cosmic anomaly becomes minuscule when faced with such vastness. Buzz's fervor for space exploration and his commitment to deepening our understanding of the cosmos are unmistakable. He's lived and breathed the alien, the otherworldly, the cosmic unknowns, and emerged with a conviction that echoes through the very fabric of space-time. We are not the only ones here. Now let's dive deeper into this cosmic perspective. Imagine a vast ocean teeming with different species, from the smallest plankton to the giant blue whale. If Earth was a single drop in this ocean, wouldn't it be preposterous to assume that life existed only in that one drop? The wonders of the universe are truly beyond comprehension. But every day, our scientists and astronomers are making discoveries that push the boundaries of our understanding.
Ever heard of the Goldilocks zone? It's the cosmic sweet spot where planets are just right for life. Picture this, not too hot, not too cold.
Region around a star where conditions might just be right for life as we know it. If that doesn't fire up your imagination, consider this. These are just the planets we found. There are surely countless more out there waiting to be discovered, potentially teeming with life. Aldrin's assertions also come with a subtly but compelling challenge. He's urging humanity to continue its cosmic journey. Subscribe for more amazing videos.